Man, I made a post yesterday on my Instagram. I said, when you guys have that underlying body language that's validation seeking from you over explaining, it's weak. I tell you guys what to do. I don't explain, because at this time, doing this, eating this way, this is what works. There's the reason why I eat with this diet. I just say, I fucking eat like this. I get up at this time. I think like this. I do this. That's what I do. I'm not asking you to understand why I do everything. Sometimes I'll have a little backup or articulation. And maybe as I started a long time ago, I explained shit more. And that's maybe the stage you're at the start, where you're explaining stuff deeper because you're not sure yet. That's okay. But I'm saying where I'm at now, I fucking tell you what works. That's it. I have my areas of expertise, and that's it. There's no debate. I'm not asking for your rebuttal. I don't care what you have to say about it. If you think there's a better way, you better be beating me, motherfucker. If you're not fucking beating me, your way does not matter. I have people all the time come up to me about business. Oh, wouldn't you be better off if you had closers? I'm like, do you have closers? They're like, yeah. I'm like, do you make more than me? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, why don't you shut the fuck up? Like, people will come up on a video post like that, where I was speaking about your underlying energy and your over-articulation is weak. Like you're asking for validation. And then they'll be in the comments trying to prove their point. You're in my comments trying to prove a point to me. You're seeking my validation. And then they think the people who just agree in the comments are weak. No, those people are the strongest. They don't need to debate. They just agree and they keep it pushing. The people who have to debate and argue and want to seem right to you and prove a point, those people are validation seeking, they're lacking confidence, and they're weak, and they think it's the opposite. That this is how you're supposed to move about. If you like what someone's doing and you support it, you just agree. If you dislike it, you do not validate the topic. You do not sit there and try to persuade them in their comments. You just keep it pushing. No high-level person in the history of the internet was ever in someone's comments arguing, trying to persuade them that they're correct from their standpoint of the man in the comments versus the man in the video. The whole point behind that is that someone made a speaking video that was spur of the moment. They were talking very quickly. It was a longer format video where there could be errors in the pattern of speech or the idea, but people get it. They understand the idea. Now here comes an idiot who's sitting there trying to overanalyze the topic, even though he gets the main consensus of the video and the energy. He understands it, but he wants to overanalyze it from the standpoint of he has as much time as possible to think about the topic and write about it, and you set it off the top of your head. How do people not get how fucking stupid that is? That is the most biased standpoint. Well, your video was shot off the top of your head. I sat down for an hour to really think about the topic, find the grammatical errors, find the areas that were contradicting, and then I wrote back in the comments from the fucking comfort of my own fucking home and my computer. Fucking weirdos. Do you guys not get it? 99% of what is said right here is unsaid. You guys get me or you don't. You understand the topic or you don't. I could say words incorrectly. I could say the wrong words. And someone who wants to understand it would understand it. And someone who wants to debate, argue, and is at a low frequency fucking lame motherfucker will not understand it. That's the difference. I love you guys. Don't do it. Just agree or keep it pushing. That's it. There's nothing else that needs to be done. high-level people do not argue in comments. And the thing is, if you come to my comments and you argue, I say something back because that's social. You don't want high-level people to never comment back in their own comments either. That's what you don't get. I don't really do it on YouTube. I'm more active in the comments and in the DMs and everything on Instagram. So you ever want to talk, DM me. But I'm not going to sit here and just talk to you. We're either going to work together on a program or you're going to keep it pushing. I'm not going to sit here and try to persuade you. I've persuaded myself and everybody else I work with my fucking results. If you want results like mine, you work with someone like me. If you want results like him, you work with someone like him. If you trust someone like me, you work with someone like me. If you trust someone like him, you work with someone like him. But it's undeniable that if you want to move the needle forward, if you want to time collapse your outcome in life, you need to work with someone above you. Someone who has the direct results you want. Not someone who built a brick and mortar business and now they're a business coach online and they're going to teach you how to build an online business. If you want to build a coaching business, go to the person who built the best coaching business. If you want to build a brick and mortar retail store, go to the guy who built the best brick and mortar retail store. What the fuck? I've only built a coaching business, but I built the most profitable and highest earning one of anybody I know. There's 2 to 5 people ahead of me in the world. And I did it very quickly and very lean to where my profit margins are much higher than most people. Is there people that are going to infinitely scale because of their way of doing it? Yes. And I teach people how to see the difference in all these ways, but I only teach my way. So if you want to do it my way, you hit me up. I love you guys.